I know everyone tells white lies. I guess we do. But I just think there's times when being able to speak into someone's life with a bit of truth is probably one of the greatest gifts we can give each other as humans.
A lot of people struggle to take compliments, but I think an awful lot of people also struggle to give them. That is a problem, Jaz, you don't have. And I've witnessed firsthand your compliments, because just before New Year, I got an email out of the blue from you saying our conversation was one of the favourite moments you'd had last year. You really enjoyed it. You'd love to do it again. And it was, I know, an email that might have only taken you 30 seconds to write, but let you in on a secret. I was having a pretty tough time around the new year. My dad had been in hospital for a month. My little boy had been off nursery ill. Your message, I felt like I was walking on air for a week, because I was like, do you know what? I've got this. I can do this. And I think the power of your words there was absolutely what I needed at that time. And, you didn't know that until now. No. But I'm going to get to a question, I promise you, rather than just a thank you.
I'm glad you told me. Thank you for sharing.
My question is, how can I? We've all got so much love and positivity in us, but I think, again, might be a British thing. We're quite bad at letting it out. One thing, taking compliments. How can we start giving genuine compliments? Because I think the power of it is it's enough to make the world go round. If enough of us start doing it, good things will happen. Where do we begin?
I've got a formula for this. This is one of my tools, because this was not something that I did. I do it now because I've gone on this journey and I see things. But what I noticed, what I realised is that I would notice something. It starts with noticing something, like, oh, I like your hair. Your hair looks nice. Her hair looks nice. Notice. Then you describe it. Oh, her hair looks nice. You put an adjective around what it is. Then you jump to judgment. Oh, I bet she's on her way out for a night out. I bet she, do you know what I mean? So we see something. Oh, your displays look nice. Oh, I bet she's trying to get brownie points. Oh, that's a good piece of writing you've done. Oh God, it's going to be better than mine. We add judgment. So what I do is I notice and I describe and I stop. I don't add any judgment. So I notice something. Our conversation was so good. And I'm at the end of the year and I'm thinking, what went well this year? What am I good? Oh, you know what? I love speaking to Joe. I'm going to tell him. So I noticed I love speaking to you. It was great. I'm going to describe how it made me feel. It was absolutely, I'm not looking to judge it. I'm not looking to, so, you must be good at this. And do you want, I'm not asking for anything. I'm like, I'm available if you want me, but I just stop after that. And it's like swapping judgment for curiosity, swapping fear for curiosity, but just leaving it in an open space. So I would say I don't pay compliments. I would say I speak facts. So because I often say things that aren't as complimentary as well. But I mean, other sausages are available. If you don't like it, you don't have to lick me. But I would say that I notice something and then I describe it. And somebody said to me the other day, you've got truth Tourette's, because I just say a statement that is true. I'm like, I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah. But also the other day, a couple of years ago at IKEA, I was waiting in the till and this woman had loads of little things. And she suddenly looked at me and went, well, I'm going as fast as I can. And I was like, I didn't say anything. Turns out I did say something. I said what I was thinking, which was, you're very slow. And I said it out loud. What is wrong with me? You're very slow. That's a fact. She was very slow. But I've just gotten so used to sort of that circular, notice, describe, stop, notice, describe, stop. If it's a nice thing that you're noticing, describing, then feel free to share. But if you're noticing and describing something critical, is it helpful? And that's my other thing. Feedback should be kind, specific, and helpful. Kind on its own doesn't mean anything. It's just, I like your hair. Oh, great. What do I do about that? Specific, that people get good at that. I don't like the way, when you do this, that people nitpick. Specific's good, but if it hasn't got kindness with it, and helpful, it's actually got to move me on somewhere or make me feel like I can do something or bring me back to a point of excellence. If it's not all three of those, that's the highest form of compliments or feedback or fact. They're kind, they're specific, and they're helpful. That's what I taught when I was teaching 5-year-olds. They seem to be able to do it. But a grown-ass man should be able to do it as well.
So why are we so bad at giving compliments generally then? Is it a fear of being exposed? Is it a fear of self-preservation? Or they're going to be better than me, they're going to do X, Y, and Z? Why do you think so many of us really struggle to offer meaningful compliments
I think men have it hard, because if you give a compliment to a woman, are you inappropriate? Are you coming on to her? So I think that's tricky, that there's that kind of feeling. I think when it comes to even just like trying to compliment someone. I was talking yesterday about saying, when I showed a photo of my family when I was a kid, and there's me and 5 others, and they're all white and I'm the brown one. And I always ask people what they notice. They notice love and connection. And I'm like, I asked, what else do you know? What else? Nothing. And I always think that some people say, oh, I didn't like to say that you were brown. The thing that people did notice I was brown, and it was people on the street who would shout very hurtful and awful things. So I grew up, because no one who was fighting for my highest good in school ever said anything positive about being caramel taupe. I grew up thinking it was bad and it was wrong and I was dirty. Do you know what I mean? So the lack of truth was very difficult there. And I try and see compliments as truth. So when people feel, oh, I don't want to give a compliment, it's either because they don't want to be rejected. They don't want people to think they're trying to, smother up to them. They don't want to, they don't want to look as if they are not authentic in any way. And all these are, again, it's that thing of adding because. I can't say that because. Why can't you say that? What's the actual reason? And also, we want to be part of a community, and we want to bring up the underdog. But when the underdog starts getting a bit higher, then we start taking them down. Read the papers. If someone, we want to, that's very British, to encourage people until they're doing well and then rip them a new one, because there's a sweet spot. Like when an avocado is ripe, 11:05 on a Tuesday, there's only a few minutes. There's only a short space of time where we're okay. And if you're above that or below that, something has to be done. So I think compliments, in our heads, compliments put us at a disadvantage, where in reality, the truth will set you free. So actually saying something that is true, not a compliment, just true, is really helpful. And appraisals is a great thing. Everyone goes in worrying about what they're going to say. Oh, I hope it's a nice one. Hope isn't a strategy. If you go in and say, hey, look, I know where I'm doing well, examples, and I know where I've got space to improve, examples. If you can add something to that, let's get stuck in. But if you're just going to tell me what I know, we could probably both be doing more important things. I'm not hoping, I'm expecting things to go well, and I'm laying a foundation for it. So compliments are connected to truth and how comfortable we are with the truth and with sharing it. And I'm not saying, radical honesty will get you into trouble. Telling someone that their bum looks big, telling your mum you hate her roast potatoes, it will make you more popular. So I'm not saying you should just, I know everyone tells white lies. I guess we do. But I just think there's times when being able to speak into someone's life with a bit of truth is probably one of the greatest gifts we can give each other as humans.